Be prepared. We were never supposed to notice this. While we're all hyped for the eclipse, it's the new moon that'll hit you first. Right now, everyone's got their eyes locked on the partial solar eclipse coming on March 29th. And sure, eclipses are a big deal. But what if I told you we're all looking at the wrong thing? Because hidden beneath all the hype, something even bigger is happening. A new moon portal is opening on the exact same day. And this wasn't part of the original plan. See, most new moons follow a rhythm. They come, they go, they reset our energy. But this one, it's different. The universe is shifting, and this portal, it's not just opening, it's already affecting us. You're not imagining the sudden chaos, the tension, the urge to withdraw or act without thinking. It's this portal, and it's not waiting for permission. And if lately you've had the sudden urge to disappear, to pull back from everyone, keep watching, because there's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now. I promise I'll explain soon. In fact, this new moon is already affecting us, and most people don't even notice it. But there's one specific reason why this portal is different, why it's already changing everything. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening. This isn't just a new moon. It's a cosmic breach. The March 29th new moon is not just another lunar reset. It's a doorway, a moment where reality bends, and only those who know what's happening will be able to step through it without fear. See, most portals open gradually. They give us time to adjust. Not this one. This one will be sharp, sudden. It won't wait for you to be ready. And while this portal is not here yet, some of us are already feeling it. And here's the most important part. This portal doesn't take you back. It only takes you forward. Once you step into this energy, there's no returning to who you were before. And what happens next? Well, let's just say you might start noticing reality shifting around you in ways you can't explain. You might feel an emptiness you can't explain, but it's not a void. It's a call. Right now, something inside you is stirring. You might not have the words for it, but you feel it. It's this strange, aching hunger, like something is missing, like something is calling your name from a place you can't quite reach. And here's the thing. This isn't just in your head. As we approach the new moon and the partial solar eclipse, this hunger will grow. Some will call it restlessness. Some will call it emptiness. But the truth? It's the soul waking up. Throughout history, ancient traditions have spoken of this moment, this feeling, as a spiritual hunger, a craving not for food, not for material things, but for something real, something sacred. In the old world, they called this the call to initiation, the moment when a soul realizes it's meant for something greater. And once you feel this hunger, you can't unfeel it. You either answer the call, or you stay starving for the rest of your life. And if you think you can ignore it, just wait. The closer we get to March 29th, the stronger it gets. You'll see it in your dreams. You'll feel it in your bones. And when it comes knocking, you'll have to decide, do you step through or do you stay where you are? Because after this, there's no going back. You might wake up one of these days and feel it, that deep, undeniable urge to just start over, to burn the old script, to walk away from everything that feels heavy, fake, or outdated. And guess what? That's not random. That's this new moon working through you. This energy isn't subtle. It's disruptive. It's powerful. It's going to shake things up and make you question everything, your path, your choices, even the person you've been up until now. At first, it might feel like a crisis, like the life you built doesn't quite fit anymore, like you're standing in a room that's grown too small, too suffocating. The things you once wanted might start to seem hollow, and the dreams that used to excite you may not spark the same fire anymore. And that can be terrifying, because what do you do when the things you've spent years chasing suddenly don't matter? Most people will try to push through it. They'll tell themselves it's just a phase, just a passing mood. They'll cling to what's familiar, hoping that if they just hold on a little longer, everything will click back into place. But this isn't just some passing mood. This isn't confusion. This is clarity. And clarity doesn't always feel comfortable. There are moments in life when the universe doesn't just invite you to change, it forces it. It clears the slate, whether you're ready or not. This is one of those moments. You might not have planned for it, but that doesn't mean it's not meant for you. And here's the truth no one tells you. Letting go isn't the hard part. It's resisting it that hurts the most. The more you try to hold on to what no longer belongs to you, the more exhausting it gets. But the second you stop fighting it, the second you surrender and allow yourself to embrace what's next, that's when everything shifts. That's when the fear fades and the possibilities unfold. This isn't about breaking down. It's about breaking through. And if you feel like everything is about to change, maybe that's because it's finally time. You didn't find this video. It found you. Let that sink in. Because out of all the things you could be watching right now, somehow, you ended up here. And that's not random. It's not an accident. Something inside you, your energy, your intuition, already knew this message was meant for you. You felt it before you even understood it. This March 29th portal isn't just another shift in the cosmos. It's an activation, and not everyone is ready for it. But the fact that you're here, listening to this, it means you are. You are part of the first wave being called forward. You're already in sync with the change that's coming, even if you don't fully understand why yet. And here's the truth. Your soul recognized this before your mind did. That's why you're here. That's why you couldn't scroll past. Because something inside you already knows. This moment is bigger than it seems. And the closer we get to March 29th, the stronger this knowing will become. At some point, you'll feel it so deeply that ignoring it won't even be an option anymore. If you feel like disappearing for a while, let yourself. Remember when I said there's a reason you suddenly feel like pulling away from everyone? This is it. Right now, you might feel an overwhelming urge to withdraw, to step back from conversations, social media, even the people you usually turn to. You might feel like you need space, quiet, stillness, and maybe you don't even know why. But here's the truth. This isn't you disconnecting. This is you recalibrating. The energy of this new moon is different. It's deep. It's personal. It's shaking things up in ways that don't always make sense on the surface. And your soul knows that before you can step into something new, you need to pull back. You need to listen. Some people will misunderstand this. They'll think you're being distant. They'll think something is wrong. But nothing is wrong. Something is shifting. So if you feel like hiding away for a bit, let yourself. You'll feel tired of pretending, and that's the best feeling ever. Something inside you is shifting. A quiet rebellion is rising. Maybe you can't explain it yet, but suddenly, the things you used to tolerate feel unbearable. The conversations you used to fake your way through now feel exhausting. The expectations, the roles, the versions of yourself that you've crafted to keep the peace, they don't fit anymore. And here's the thing, you're not losing yourself. You're finding yourself. This new moon is peeling back the layers. The parts of you that adjusted, that compromised, that played the part just to avoid conflict, they're dissolving. Not because something is wrong, but because something inside you knows it's time. You're not here to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You're not here to silence your truth just to keep things easy. If you feel an almost physical exhaustion from pretending, from keeping up appearances, from wearing the mask, it's because the real you is pushing through. And once you feel that, you can't unfeel it. Something is shifting in your energy. People will notice. Some will be inspired. Some will be uncomfortable. That's okay. The people who only liked you when you were performing, they were never really with you anyway. And the best part? You don't even have to fight for this change. It's happening on its own. Like the wind, stripping dead leaves from a tree, this new moon is pulling away everything that isn't truly you. And when that mask finally drops, you'll breathe deeper than you ever have before. You've forgotten something important about who you are. This is your reminder. There was a time when you moved through life differently, when your soul wasn't weighed down by expectations, responsibilities, or the quiet voice in your head telling you to be realistic. But over the years, something happened. You started shrinking, reshaping, adjusting. You stopped chasing what truly mattered to you. Not because you wanted to, not because you chose to, but because life slowly pulled you away from yourself. The world told you who to be, what to focus on, what to prioritize. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe it. But now, something strange is happening. Maybe it's subtle at first, a fleeting memory, a random surge of inspiration, an old passion resurfacing out of nowhere. A thought crosses your mind, something you haven't thought about in years, maybe even decades, and it feels important, like it's calling you back. That's not a coincidence. It's not nostalgia. It's the universe flipping through the pages of your past, showing you the parts of yourself you weren't supposed to lose. This isn't just about remembering childhood dreams or past passions. It's deeper. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Before fear, before doubt, before you settled for anything less than what set your soul on fire. The March 29th portal is reactivating something ancient within you. It's reaching into the depths of your soul, pulling up long-buried fragments of the person you were always meant to be. The real you, the unfiltered, unafraid, unapologetic you. But here's the thing about remembering. It comes with a choice. Because once you remember, you can't ignore it anymore. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. So what will you do? Will you push it aside, tell yourself it's just a passing feeling, go back to life as usual? Or will you listen? Will you let yourself wake up? Because this isn't just a memory. It's a message. And it's time to answer. A new moon isn't just a single night. The true magic begins after it fades. As the March 29th portal ends, the energy doesn't close, it expands. You'll find yourself standing at a crossroads with every choice, thought, and action amplified. You may feel restless, pulled to take action or make decisions you've been avoiding. This isn't random. This is the portal at work. The energy isn't passive. It's fast, intense, and transformative. The question is, will you let it carry you forward, or will you let it pass by? If there's something you've been delaying, the time to act is approaching. If you've been holding back, the moment to step into the version of yourself you've been avoiding is just ahead. The universe is listening. But here's the truth. This portal isn't just about actions. It's about belief. Doubt will grow if you hesitate, but trust will propel you further than you ever imagined. As this energy surge approaches, it's important to be ready. The choices you make during this time will set the course for everything that follows. This is the moment where fate and free will collide, where the path ahead will be shaped by the decisions you make now. Will you step forward, or will you let this moment slip away? If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.